It wasn't that long ago when the casino predators were pimping Texas Hold'em tournaments in order to get the young males of America into casino gambling. Now they're pimping something even more addictive: sports betting online.
When you play with BetMGM Casino here, you can unlock a world of rewards here. Jackpots here could get you to a live show right here. And exclusive games here could get you closer to a night in Vegas here. You see, when you're treated right, every moment feels like a win.
BetMGM, the casino born in Vegas. Download and play today.
You bring up sports betting, and I do want to ask you about that because it's generating billions of dollars in revenue. But we are also seeing in some cases people's savings depleted.
Yes.
Some people going into debt. Do you think sports betting should be more regulated now that it has been legalized?
I'm not expert enough to know exactly what the legislation would look like, but perhaps there should be more regulation. We're moving toward nearly all 50 states legalizing gambling at this point. And it's inevitable if, in fact, as a group and over time, gamblers didn't lose more than they win, then no back alley crap game, no casino in Atlantic City or Vegas, no racetrack, and now BetMGM, DraftKings, whatever it is, would ever exist. In the big picture, the house always wins. And some people, especially now because it's so easy, my dad had to find a bookie who was in most cases probably connected to the mob. And surreptitiously he had to place his bets. Now you've got young guys with a phone in their hand. It's right there. And some of those people are going to become addicted to it, and it's going to ruin some lives. That's inevitable.
Given your father, your background, your childhood, you've witnessed this up close and personal.
Yes.
Is this personal for you? Are you concerned on a personal level about what sports betting might mean for some families?
I am, and on both the Major League Baseball Network and when I did a handful of games on Turner, I refused to read the gambling promos. They had to have someone else read them or use a voice of God type person to read them. I just couldn't in good conscience encourage people to do something which I know for some of them it's obviously just a little recreation and it's fine, but there's an insidious aspect to it that I didn't want to be part of.
Bill Miller is the president of the American Gaming Association, the gambling industry's trade organization. This is an addictive product.
I don't know that it is. I think
You don't think it is?
No, I don't think it is. No, I think that phones are addictive. There are a very small number of people who have challenges with sports betting and or gambling.
In states where sports gambling, online sports gambling has been legalized, overall credit scores have gone down and bankruptcy filings have gone up.
I've seen that stuff. That is academia wrapped up in advocacy. Our members and the companies, they want to have people engage in the product.
But if people engage and are too good at it, they aren't allowed to enjoy it anymore?
I'm not, I don't know the specifics of what you're talking about. I've heard it, and I do believe that, it should be a fair game.
So people think the hard part about sports betting is figuring out what bets to place. That's not the hard part. What's hard is being able to win without them kicking you out.
Only from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Celebrity-studded commercials now saturate the ad breaks.
And it's live, baby.
Big names shilling for the gambling ads.
2018, you had a couple states that legalized. 2019, a couple more. 2020, many. 2021, more. 2/3 of adults can legally bet on sports in America.
It's proving particularly popular among young men. Casinos have been doing the VIP thing for years. Free lobster dinners, booze, sweets, tickets to shows. The concept isn't new.
I would get a text or an email. Hey, how's everything going? What can we do to get you back?
So you had this VIP host
How often would you two be in contact?
There's hundreds of text messages back and forth every single day, offering me things.
I have seen communications from VIP hosts to gamblers who have a problem. And those VIP hosts are enticing them to gamble more, not less.
Without seeing exactly what you just described, I will say that that happens. And what I will also say is that where these operators are licensed and regulated, there are consequences to that.
Are there?
Yes.
What?
Fines, loss of license.
Has anyone lost a license? Has anyone been fined?
Not today. Yes, fined, absolutely.
Critics say the VIP hosts across the industry are a big part of the problem.
Philip Morris never did this. They didn't say, Jane hasn't smoked a cigarette in 2 months. We're going to send a smoking ambassador to her and give her a real deal that she can't refuse, right? They go after the people who are trying to quit.
People that are irresponsible and that are anti-gambling, they would like to lump it all into some dynamic that is similar to the tobacco companies. I find that absolutely abhorrent and offensive. An industry that 9 out of 10 Americans believe is an appropriate entertainment form is being compared to something that kills people. That's not appropriate.
Well, but gambling addiction does lead to the most suicide attempts of any addiction. If you're talking about killing people.
Yeah, I mean, don't know that that's true.
Higher rate, if not actual numbers, say the experts.
Gambling disorder has one of the highest rates of suicidal thinking, suicide attempts, than any other addictive behavior.
Once a gambling addiction, you basically keep gambling until you use it all.
You have a number of people who are addicted who are responsible for most of the revenue.
Well, data is tracked everywhere. Numbers are hard to come by, but we do have some numbers from Connecticut. More than 70% of the gambling revenue in that state comes from the 7 or so percent of people who are either at risk or addicted. There's an incentive for your industry to keep those problem gamblers gambling.
I don't agree with that. I think that the sports books have continued to make money because we have increased our markets. That dynamic of the total pie and how much the heavier player is a component to how the industry makes money, but it's only a component. My view is the federal government has a really important role to play, and that is to protect a legal business.